Hi Jessica, it's Trish. Sorry for the delay on my video. I've been having a lot of uploading issues as far as formatting goes. I think it's just because I was using a GoPro. So I'm using a different camera today, and I'm hoping that I can capture and send you everything that we need to move forward in the certification course. So I'm on beautiful Lake Lefferts in New Jersey. It's like ice right now on the water. It's so flat. It's pretty awesome because I was hoping, yesterday it was super windy, so I was hoping today would be a little bit better. So now I hope you can hear me. So I just want to go over the 4 key points that you talked about making sure that we go over. So I just want to make sure I cover all of them, and we'll get started. So basically I'm sitting right now on the center of my board, which is your sweet spot or the most stable area on most boards. Mine has a handle here, but it's flush with my board right now. But it is the widest and it's the most stable when you're getting used to being on your board. So I'm just gonna sit directly over my sweet spot for now. And we're just gonna start our practice in a nice grounding and work our way up from there. Okay, so let's just close our eyes. And just finding your natural breath. Place your sankalpa, personal intention for your practice today. And just listening to everything around you, feeling your board. If you need to open your eyes, that's fine. But just feeling the board, becoming one with the board. Listen to the birds and the leaves and the wind. And releasing any tension. And maybe just rocking slightly back and forth on your board. You can open your eyes or keep them closed just to feel where you are. And on your inhale, let's reach all the way up over our heads. On our exhale, let's bring our right palm to the side of our board and just gently reaching over just so you can feel the stability of your board. And again, we're sitting over our sweet spot, so the center of your board. Inhale, reaching all the way up. And exhale, left palm to the other side, reaching over and just slightly getting that feel for the board again. And inhale all the way up. And just repeat at your own pace. We've been pretty lucky. The weather's been pretty nice, but it's getting colder, so I wanted to get this video in before it was too cold and I couldn't come out on the water, so I'm really lucky with the weather today. So inhale up, exhale left side one more time. And this time, inhale all the way up. Exhale, we're gonna twist. So bringing our left palm to our right knee and our right palm behind us and just gently looking over towards the right side. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, same thing on the opposite side. Right palm to that left knee, just twisting over to that left side. And going at your own pace and just feeling the water, listening to the air. A lot of birds are out today. Let's just do one more on each side. So reaching all the way up. And exhale, right side. Inhale up. Exhale, left side. And coming to center, and let's just roll our shoulders up and back. Just rolling it out. And now opposite direction. Coming forward. Let's just do some modified cat and cow. So our palms are on our knees, and on our inhale, nice deep breath in. On our exhale, we're gonna round the back and just tuck the chin, just kind of arching it a little bit. Inhale, open that chest up, chin up towards the sky. Exhale, round that back, tuck that chin. Just rolling onto that tailbone slightly. Inhale, coming forward. And again, going at your own pace. I apologize if the sun is directly in the camera. I keep trying to move my paddleboard, but it keeps turning back this way because the slight wind that there is just pushing me this direction. So. And just come to neutral spine and just wiggle it out. And on our exhale, we're hinging at the hips and we're just gonna walk our hands forward. And just tucking our chin. And walk your hands up, and let's just switch our feet. So if you need to balance yourself, maybe hold the sides of the boards, bring your feet up, and just switch them. And again, we're gonna walk our hands forward, hinging at the hips, keep those sit bones nice and grounded. And walking our hands up. We're gonna come onto all fours. So I find the best way to do this is just to kind of hinge forward up onto your knees, keeping our hands down, and then just opening our feet up and walking back. Again, I like to stay over the sweet spot, maybe keeping your navel, belly button over that area so you feel a little bit more balanced on the board. I like to keep a little bit of a wider stance as well, almost like a train track. You want to keep your hands and your legs parallel, so, you know, nice and wide, but keeping them parallel with each other, okay? So we're just gonna come up on all fours. And again, just adjust yourself accordingly. And nice neutral spine here. Deep breath in. On your exhale, let's round the back, tuck the chin. And inhale, arch that back, lift that chin up towards the sky. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. And inhale up. And keep going at your own pace. And one more. And let's bring it back. Bring your sit bones back to your heels, just bringing your toes together and just resting there. Maybe your belly's between your thighs, and just take a nice child's pose. And coming all the way back up onto our four, tabletop. Now I want you to find your drishti or your focal point somewhere either on the horizon, maybe it's on the board, maybe it's a couple inches in front of you, but we're gonna go into some balancing poses, so push yourself wherever your level's at, okay? So I like to keep my toes tucked in the back when we're doing this, so just pushing that right foot out towards the back, coming onto the ball of that foot, and just getting a nice little calf stretch here. And again, find your focal point. Pushing out through the shoulders, nice and evenly on the board. And if you're comfortable here, stay here. If you feel like you can lift that leg up, keeping those toes nice and flexed, go ahead and feel free to do that. If you want to push yourself even more, maybe you want to reach your hand out in front of you while you're lifting, and breathe. Again, finding your focal point and release. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So pushing back onto the left foot, onto the ball of those toes, and just get the nice calf stretch there. And find your balance. Maybe your toes are pointed on your right leg. Maybe they're tucked under for more balance. It's up to you. And again, just lifting on your inhale. And releasing. And maybe coming back into child's pose just to release any tension on those wrists. So let's push back up into our tabletop, and we're just going to tuck our toes. We're going to come into our first downward facing dog. So nice soft knees here. Just pedal it out. I don't want you to push too hard. I want you to feel the balance, because we're going to go into a little bit of an inversion here, and I don't want you to lose your balance too quickly. So take it nice and slow, bringing those hip bones up towards the sky, keeping those knees nice and soft. Maybe your gaze is between your fingers. Maybe you want to move it towards the center of your board. Maybe you want to move it below and behind you. Just taking it nice and slow. And coming into plank and just pushing forward for some upward facing dog. And push back into our downward facing dog. One more time, let's come into our upward facing dog. And back into downward facing dog. So wherever your comfort level is, again, if you feel that you can bring your leg up towards the sky for three-legged dog and then step through for a low lunge, we can go ahead and do that. If not, you just walk your right foot forward and drop that left knee, okay? So it's up to you. And walk it through, dropping that left knee, coming forward, maybe adjusting your hands. And grounding that left palm to your board and just reaching up. And coming back, stepping back into our downward facing dog. And maybe you're more comfortable coming into tabletop and walking that foot forward. That's fine too. Just adjusting yourself accordingly. Again, keeping those train tracks in mind so that we're nice and balanced on the board. Our center is above our sweet spot. And just opening our chest up to the opposite side. And pushing back into our downward facing dog. And let's come into our plank position and just drop our knees, chest and chin, lowering down onto our bellies onto the board. So with nice wide knees here, nice wide feet, point your toes up towards the sky. We're gonna reach back and grab our ankles. So if you're comfortable here, that's fine. If you wanna push forward, we're gonna go into bow pose. So on your inhale, reaching up, pushing those ankles away from you. It's very sunny, I should have brought sunglasses. And release. And inhale up. And release. And let's just push up into our low cobra here. So palms are directly under your shoulders and we're just slightly pushing up, lifting our chin and chest. And exhale, releasing. Inhale one more time. Exhale, release. And inhale one more time. And release. Just make a pillow with your hands and maybe you want to just rest your head either side, cheek or chin or forehead. Just take a breather here. And when you're ready, we're gonna push back up into our tabletop. We're gonna walk our knees forward, cross our ankles, and come into a seated position. Oops. And just adjust yourself accordingly. Okay. So feet are flat out in front of us, legs are straight, toes are pointed up towards the sky. Let's bring that right leg and cross it over that left so the sole of our foot is on our board, okay? We're gonna reach all the way up to the sky. On our exhale, we're bringing that left elbow to our right knee as much as we can and just opening up to that right side. And reaching all the way up, and let's just counter twist. So while we're here, I'm just gonna make a couple adjustments. Just walk your hip bones over to the slightly off center, and we're just gonna allow our feet to start facing towards the left side of our board. Bring in our right palm to the left side, and we're gonna come into a side plank. So, keeping yourself nice and centered. Again, adjusting yourself accordingly. And when you're ready, just lifting that hip all the way up. And if you feel bringing your arm up is suitable for you, go for it. And releasing nice and slowly, bringing yourself down, get comfortable, find your balance. Come back to center, fix your sit bones. And now we're gonna twist on the opposite side. So bringing that left foot crossing over that right leg, toes are pointing forward, right toes are pointing up towards the sky, reaching all the way up. On your exhale, twisting towards the left, bring that right elbow to the left knee and just opening up to that left side.